Parshas Nasoh, Chassidic gems on Parshas Nasoh. The Torah says at the beginning of Parshas Nasoh, Nasoh es roish b'nei Gershon gam heim. Also, b'nei Gershon take a sum of the sons of Gershon, according to the Leveis Havoisam, according to their father's house, not according to the mother's, but according to the father's house, take a sum of the account of their families. Just like at the end of the previous parsha, we took account of the sum of the Bnei Kahos, the children of Kahos. So the Torah is saying to take a sum of the sons of Gershon, Gamhem also, like we did, like Rashi says, as I commanded you on Bnei Kahos, to see how many reached the classification of service, so take also a count of the Bnei Gershon also Gamheim. That's the simple. The Chassidic Torah is saying like this: it's not enough with zechus avos. It's not enough to have the merit that your father was the big tzaddik and your grandfather was the big tzaddik. It's not enough. Gam heim, they also have to be tzaddikim. They themselves have to have their own yichus atzmai. You can't say, oh, my father's this, my grandfather's this. Who are you? Lebeis havoisam, gam heim, b'schus atzmam. They have to have their own schus. Continuing with Chassidic gems and Parshas Nasoh, the Torah tells us what the Bnei Gershon, what they were supposed to carry in the Mishkan. They should carry Yiriyos HaMishkan, the curtains of the tabernacle. They should carry the tent of meeting, Oyel Moyed, etc., etc. All the things that they should carry. And then, at the end of after that, the Torah says, "Ve'eis kol asher ye'os Elohem v'yavodu." They should carry everything, all the accessories, everything that may be to do with them. Also, v'yavodu, they shall carry, they shall serve, they shall carry. That's the simple. The Chassidic Torah translate, "Ve'eis kol asher ye'os Elohem." No matter what happens to them, a person has to be makabel ba'ava, to accept with love whatever happens to him, whatever transpires. Because whatever happens to the person, whether we realize it or not, is kol madi ovid rachmana l'tav ovid. Everything the Rebbeinu Shalom brings upon us is for the good. And even though things are difficult, it's for the good. We have to v'avodu, we have to serve Hashem without thinking, without being maharer after Him, without questioning whatever He does. In other words, no matter what Hashem sends our way, even if it's difficult, it's something that's good. We don't even understand it, we don't realize it, and we should not question whatever happens, whatever we think in our eyes is not good. Eis kol asher ye'os Elohem, no matter what is done to us, we should still serve Hashem without questioning what He said, what He does. We should be zeicher to this. Amen. I was just by a bris where the couple did not have Rahman al-Islam, they did not have a child for 20 years. They kept davening, and it was no picnic. Everybody else was going around with a carriage with children, and they never were not able to. And they were makabel everything bi'ava. They were makabel with love. This is what Hashem wanted. And Baruch Hashem, Hashem heard their prayers, and they just had a beautiful baby boy. They should have mazel. Amen v'amen. Continuing with Chassidic gems on Parshas Nasoh, says in the Torah, V'ish es kodoshov lo yihiyu. Every man's holy things shall be his, which Rashi explains to mean that we might have thought that when it comes to the matnas kahuna, matnas leviyah, the gifts that we must give to the kohanim and leviyim, we might think that the kohen could knock on our door, or the levi, and come and take it. Since it says the holy things, it's going to go to him anyway, he could come and take it. So the Torah says no. The kohanim and leviyim cannot come and take it on their own. The owner has the right to give it to whichever kohen or levi he wants. The kohen and levi, v'ishes kodoshav, each man, every man's holy things shall remain his until he decides to give it to who he wants. That's the simple. The Chassidic Torah are telling us like this: v'ishes kodoshav, only the time that a person sanctifies to serve Hashem, that's going to be his forever. If he toils in other things that are not spiritual, that doesn't count. All that doesn't count. The thing that counts, that in the future world they're going to give him credit for, is for the things that he does, for the Torah, for the Chesed, for the learning that he does. That's his. Ishes Kodoshev, the holy things, Lo Yiyu, will remain his forever. La'ad u'lenetzach netzochim, in the Olam Ha'elyon. The other things, that all the shtusim that go along, that all the things that are unimportant, that they don't count. That doesn't count at all. We should be zeichet to understand this and devote all our time to spiritual ascent. Amen v'amen. Continuing with Chassidic gems on Parshas Nasoh, it says in the Torah that although other of the tribes carried the articles of the Mishkan on wagons, but the sons of Kahas, there were no wagons. Ki avodas hakodesh aleim, because the service, they had to carry the holiest things, the Orein, the Shulchan, they had to carry it on their shoulders. Bakosef yiso, upon the shoulders shall they carry them. That's the simple. The Chassidic Torah are telling us, avodas hakodesh bakosef yiso. The first condition that a person who wants to grow in Torah is effort, exertion of effort. Bakosef yiso, they have to carry it on their shoulders. They have to exert a lot of effort. Avodas hakodesh, the way to properly serve Hashem in Ruchnius is bakosef yiso, to carry it on their shoulders, which means to exert tremendous effort, and in that way they will be able to grow properly spiritually. We should be zeicher to this. Amen v'amen. Sikum, a summary of the hashkafas that we learned from the Chassidic Torah. We learned that it's not enough to have zechus avos. It's not enough that your father and grandfather and great-grandfather had the tremendous, you have tremendous yichus from them. It's not enough, but it has to be gamheim. You have to have yichus atzmai. You have to have your own greatness. We learned also that a person has to be ready, has to accept with love whatever Hashem sends his way. And although it may be difficult, very difficult, but if it's coming from heaven, it's whatever Hashem sends is good, whether we understand it or not. And we should serve Hashem anyway, no matter how difficult things are, without questioning Hashem. We also learned that the only things that count for the future world are the holy things that we do. The mundane things that we do don't count, will not get us anywhere. So we should devote ourselves totally to holy things and to spiritual things, to Chesed, to Torah, and we should be zeicher to this. Amen. We also learned that the way to serve Hashem in Avodas HaKodesh is not laid back, but we have to exert effort, and that's the way Avodas HaKodesh should be, carrying it on our shoulders, no matter how difficult and hard it is. Harav HaKodesh Rebbe Menachem Mendel Mikotsk teaches us this. We should be zeicher to this. Amen v'yamen.